How to wake up fast. Wake up early and full of energy. 6 proven hacks. Waking up in the morning doesn't have to be a drag. In fact, it's something you can actually get excited about. If you consistently wake up fully rested, not only will your overall health be dramatically improved, but your day will be primed for total success as well. So get ready, because in this video, I'm going to show you some easy but extremely powerful hacks you can follow to rev up your engines and energize your mornings. Hi friends, welcome to my YouTube channel, the definite source of wellness related videos you can use to optimize your health and energy. In this video, I'll teach you how to wake up with more energy. First off, I have to mention that one reason you wake up tired in the morning is that you're not getting the best, most restful sleep possible. Sure, you might have slept 8 hours last night, but was it quality sleep? If you toss and turn for 6 of those 8 hours, you're certainly not going to feel rested when you wake up. So definitely check out my other video on how to get better sleep after you watch this one, if you haven't seen it already. Alright, let's proceed. So how do you wake up feeling refreshed and full of energy? There actually might be certain mental and or biological reasons you're not. I'm excited to share with you the tips that have helped me and many others address these mental and biological factors. So are you ready to wake up feeling energized and ready for the days ahead? Let's get started. Tip number 1. Keep a consistent sleep cycle. When we sleep, we go through so-called sleep cycles, in which we cycle through various stages of sleep. These stages are light sleep, REM sleep, and deep sleep. And as you might guess, each phase provides its own level of restfulness. Light sleep is just that, light. REM sleep, or rapid eye movement sleep, when your eyes rapidly move around because you might be dreaming, is a little bit deeper. And of course, deep sleep is deep, when you're really asleep. Still following? Okay, let's move on. So if you're in deep sleep, you're resting more than if you were in REM sleep or light sleep. This also means that you especially don't want to be woken up during sleep that's deep, like deep sleep. If that happens, things will seem hazy and you'll probably still feel very tired. And I know that for me anyway, if I'm woken up during deep sleep, I'll probably feel fatigued for the rest of my day. We don't want to wake up during REM sleep or deep sleep. It's definitely better to wake up during light sleep, near the end of the sleep cycle. That's more natural, which I'll explain more about here in just a second. So, okay, how do we do this? Well, it's actually pretty simple, but you just have to be super disciplined with your bedtime, at least for a little while in the beginning. After you've established a good bedtime and have stuck with it for a while, everything should fall into place. You should naturally start to wake up when you're in light sleep as opposed to deep sleep. Follow the advice from the How to Get Better Sleep video, which is on my channel here as well, which I suggest you watch again after this video. If you do what I suggest there, your body's natural internal clock, otherwise called circadian rhythm, will be happy, and you'll likely have more restful sleep more consistently. If you set a regular bedtime and stick with it, your body will be trained to fall asleep at that time, and you'll more easily wake up at the same time in the morning. No more being rudely awakened during sleep, and I mean deep sleep, by an alarm clock. That's not a good thing, it's not fun, and you don't want to get up when that happens. Tip number 2. Use the power of light. Alarm clocks can be useful when you absolutely must wake up at a certain time, regardless of how much sleep you got. But they can be particularly jarring to your body, especially if you're abruptly woken from deep sleep. No fun. So it should come as no surprise that I'm not a big fan of alarm clocks. Because ideally, we don't need an alarm clock. We can just rely on our own biological alarm clock, our circadian rhythm, to wake us up at the right time. Again, If you follow the tips I've shared, this will come naturally to you. But sometimes it's nice to have a little help, preferably something not so annoying and startling as an alarm clock blaring into your ear. Instead, you want to be gently soothed into waking. And one way to help that along is with light. Yes, light. One of the best ways to get light is from a smart light or light timer. I highly recommend that you install one in your room. Set the light to get brighter and brighter before you wake up. Configure it to gradually brighten 30 to 60 minutes before you want to wake up. Play around with the timing and see what works for you best. Our body is very sensitive to light. Depending on the frequency, any exposure to light will bring your body out of sleep by varying degrees. Light causes your body to produce certain hormones, including cortisol, which will cause you to feel more alert. Tip number 3. Smell your way out of sleep. Certain smells can also be used to gently wake you up. The pleasant fragrance of essential oils is particularly useful for that reason, and science has proven their effectiveness. How a certain smell affects the body varies from person to person, but generally speaking, minty smells can help people wake up, along with rosemary and eucalyptus. But really, any smell will stimulate your senses and help you wake up. What I recommend you do is set up a diffuser and set the diffuser on a timer, like you do with the lights we just talked about. Have some essential oil in the diffuser and make it go off about 30 minutes before waking. Experiment with different oils and see which fragrance works for you. But before we move forward, I should mention that some people are concerned about the safety of diffusers. Some people fear that the oil particles might oxidize and have an effect similar to that of smoke. But there have been no scientific studies to prove this, and you shouldn't be concerned. But to stay on the safe side, I recommend you use the diffuser in a well-ventilated area. This will make sure there isn't a buildup of particles in your room. But again, do not be afraid of using a diffuser. This is only a precaution. And just so you know, I have experienced no ill effects from using diffusers myself. By the way, if you're enjoying these tips, I'd like to take a quick moment to introduce you to our Ultimate Energy Crash Course. Get your free copy at activatedbody.com. It will empower you with all sorts of other hacks to optimize your health and energize your life. Again, check out activatedbody.com or just click on the link right below this video. Tip number 4. Have a plan of action. Okay, so now on to the 4th tip. You must have a plan of action. If you don't plan when you're going to wake up and what you're going to do when you wake up, then it's very easy to get into a lazy state of mind in the morning. In the seconds after waking, you will usually be at least a little bit tired. Just a little bit, of course. Following these tips will dramatically reduce the tiredness you feel, but regardless, our bodies will always need a couple of seconds to adjust to being awake. And so, if you have no action plan, then you risk prolonging this post-sleep haze. First, of course, plan when you want to wake up. Second, plan what you actually do upon waking up and getting out of bed. This can be something as simple as brushing your teeth. Just have a plan. It's also a good idea to set up a morning routine. When your brain gets used to following this routine every morning, it will be easier for you to wake up when you want to. The key with this tip is that you want to tell your brain when it's time to wake up and get the day started. One other trick I personally do every morning, and this might sound weird or just too simple to work, but it's been one of the most effective things to help me get more energy in the morning. So what do? Well, I jump out of bed. Try it literally. As soon as you wake up, just jump out of bed. Stand up as quickly as possible before doing anything else. It works. Tip number 5, drink up. This next tip is probably my favorite for getting more energy in the morning. And just as soon as you wake up, drink a big glass of water. I love this tip because it's so simple and effective. There's no hassle and it's easy to get water in the morning. But why does this tip work? When we sleep, we tend to get a little dehydrated, and even just a tiny bit of dehydration can make us feel tired and sluggish. So definitely chug down a big glass of water soon after waking. And here's a bonus tip. You can also take this further by drinking ice water. The coldness will sort of shock your system and wake your body up faster in a good way. The concept is similar to taking a cold bath or shower in the morning. This can also very effectively energize the start of your day. Tip number 6, get some help from Joe. And what I mean by Joe is your cup of Joe. The caffeine in coffee is stimulating and can definitely help you get alert and energized. But be warned, you'll gradually build up tolerance to caffeine. So if you plan to use coffee for energy, don't use it all the time. Instead, maybe drink caffeinated coffee only a couple of times a week when you really need it. Or maybe take a break from coffee every couple of weeks. The same holds true for tea, cocoa, energy drinks, and some other forms of caffeinated beverage. Fortunately, there are other alternatives to coffee such as theacrine and acetyl L-carnitine. Please let me know in the comments section below if you want a video going more in depth about some alternatives to coffee, and I just might make that video for you. Also, please feel free to visit activatedbody.com to grab your free copy of the Ultimate Energy Crash Course. If you're looking to energize your mornings, you're probably also keen to energize your entire day. The tips and tricks the course will lay out for you can help you do just that. Click on the link in the description below this video. Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode about waking up with more energy. If you have any questions, please comment below. I will personally respond. And if you want to learn about other ways to optimize your biology and activate your potential, please subscribe. You're also welcome to click on the bell icon next to the subscribe button so that you're updated as soon as I upload new videos. Thanks for watching. I look forward to seeing you again, seeing you happier, healthier, and feeling more energized.